What's up, lasagnas? It's DylanLasagna here. Welcome to my Smackdown reactions for the August 16th, 2016 episode. And with that being said, let's smack down these reactions. We are 5 days away, or probably when you're watching this, 4 days away, or I don't know, whenever you're watching this, days away from SummerSlam. And how do we kick the show off? Well, we actually kicked the show off with Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan handing Randy Orton the contract for his match against Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. But as Randy Orton signed the contract, in comes Heath Slater with a fruit basket of sorts, saying that he just wants to thank Shane and Daniel Bryan for the opportunity, and I think he's just still trying to kiss up to them and tell them about how he managed to survive Suplex City last night on Raw, and they're actually surprised that Heath is still standing, and he wants an opportunity, Heath wants an opportunity to be on SmackDown, but Randy Orton or Shane, Daniel Bryan are like, you had an opportunity last week, so why should we give you another? And you dissed us last week, and you failed us, and you got gored by Rhino. But Randy Orton is like, I got an idea. Bite on the apple. So, Randy Orton and Heath Slater eventually have a match, which I didn't even know Randy Orton was disqualified. It's like, he was like pummeling the pudding out of Heath Slater into the corner, and I didn't even realize the referee rang the bell because Randy Orton didn't listen to the referee. Anyway, he pounds the pudding out of poor Heath Slater. He goes to show his ruthlessness and his aggressive side. So he shows that he could show Brock Lesnar that it takes only one RKO to take down the beast or some shit. And then he goes on to even mock Brock Lesnar, taking Heath Slater to Suplex City, Randy Orton's version of Suplex City, and then take him to Viperville with the RKO out of nowhere. And then Heath Slater, as he's trying to recover again from his misfortunes, Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon try to hand him a contract to SmackDown, but then I think Heath Slater is suffering from amnesia, and he thinks that Daniel Bryan is Mick Foley and Shane McMahon's Stephanie McMahon, which was pretty funny. And yeah, they thought that he's thinking of going to Raw, and he's just like, fuck this shit. Let the Heath Slater free agent storyline continue. But I really think that as soon as this Heath Slater free agent thing storyline is done with, he absolutely deserves a push. But as for Randy Orton and Brock Lesnar, this was a pretty good way to set things up for their match at SummerSlam. Show their most aggressive side when they're really pissed off against a jobber, I guess. But it was pretty cool. So the first segment of the show had MizTV with your special guest, the WWE champ, right there, Dean Ambrose and Dolph Ziggler, as they prepare for their WWE title match at SummerSlam. And this was a very effective and epic promo that I was absolutely sold on. It's they're making Dolph Ziggler a legitimate title contender. Both of these guys are giving each other reasons on why they feel like they're going to win at SummerSlam. And Dean Ambrose, I don't know if he's playing the face or the heel, and he's just being Dean Ambrose. He's not a face or a heel, he's just Dean Ambrose. Because he continues to put down Dolph Ziggler, and how even though he throws everything at Dean Ambrose is just going to keep putting down Dolph Ziggler. But Dolph Ziggler is going to continue scratching, clawing, and fighting his way towards Dean Ambrose until Dean Ambrose realizes, BAM! Dolph Ziggler super kicks him, like he literally did, and then you're gonna realize that I do everything better, and I'm that damn good. And that ends the segment, which leads me to believe that, well, I don't want to give my one of my SummerSlam predictions away, but I get forced to have to. Dolph Ziggler could possibly walk out SummerSlam as the WWE champion, but do I think he will? We'll talk about more about that in my SummerSlam predictions video. But overall, I loved this MizTV segment. It was a very good way to sell the WWE title match. Now, let me talk about this very quickly before I move on to the next major thing that happened on SmackDown. So, during the commercial break after MizTV ended, Miz goes on to talk about Apollo Crews, or Apollo Creed. What's his name again? I'm joking, it's Apollo Crews. Miz goes on to, debunk Apollo Crews and saying he doesn't have a chance to beat the Hollywood A-lister and take my Intercontinental Championship. So here comes Apollo Crews. Unfortunately, this took place during the commercial break, which pretty much kind of lost the feel. And Apollo Crews is like, hey, my name's Apollo Crews, not Apollo Crew or Creed. See, I'm even botching his name. Anyway, Miz is just like, nobody cares. I know your name. I've read all the lines, the transcript. But then Apollo Crews hits that fireman's carry spine buster, and yeah, that's their final sell on their match for SummerSlam for the IC title. Then in the main event of SmackDown, John Cena took on took on Alberto Del Rio while AJ Styles was on commentary, and it was an okay match. It was pretty good, and this was your typical one-on-one SmackDown main event. But it was pretty fun to watch, and John Cena got the win. Apple juice adjustment on Alberto Del Rio. And I just kind of feel bad for Alberto Del Rio, the way WWE's been treating him, especially Triple H. He should not be treating him like that. And anyway, AJ Styles goes on to attack John Cena with the phenomenal forearm, the phenomenal bullhammer, might I say. And he goes on to say that John Cena ain't gonna beat me at SummerSlam. He's gonna realize that once I beat him, I'm gonna become the new face that runs the place. And as AJ Styles goes to leave, he decides to give him a Styles Clash, but he fails, and John Cena gives him an attitude adjustment for his troubles. And John Cena thinks he's done, but he decides he's not done yet. He wants to give him an attitude adjustment through the announce table on top of the steel steps, which he does successfully, and that ends SmackDown right there. So, do I think John Cena will win at SummerSlam? Theory suggests I'm not going to give this away either, so stay tuned for my SummerSlam predictions so we can talk about that further. There wasn't actually a lot of filler. It was actually a lot more productive filler than Raw was. So here we go. Let's talk about all the other stuff that happened on SmackDown, shall we? So there's a 12-man tag team match involving American Alpha, the Usos, and the Hype Bros going up against the Ascension, the Vaudevillains, and Fabrice. And this match was basically just to put over, to showcase American Alpha, basically. And American Alpha does indeed get the victory for their team. And I'm not sure exactly what WWE is going to do with the SmackDown Tag Team Division. They did mention something about putting tag team titles for the brand, but I don't know. I'm still not sure about it. Because, if you put tag team titles on a separate tag team titles, then it kind of diminishes, the tag team titles on Raw. Because as I said in the opinions on the brand extension thing video, that I did not want two separate tag team titles because it would diminish the value over the other set of tag team titles. So, and I would want like whoever the tag team champions are to be able to travel to both brands so they can feud with the tag teams there. So I don't know, but I guess they're really going with separate tag team champions and women's champions. But what are they gonna call the names? I guess we'll find out after SummerSlam. But yeah, American Alpha gets the win in impressive fashion, might I add. Baron Corbin attacked Kalisto again, and why are these two feuding again? Oh yeah, Baron Corbin is pissed because Kalisto cost him an opportunity at the Intercontinental Championship. I forgot why these two were feuding, so, but it's cool that Baron Corbin is, or WWE's letting Baron Corbin show off his aggressive side, so it's pretty cool that they're using Baron Corbin and Kalisto to do something, I guess. Dean Ambrose took on Erick Rowan in Dean Ambrose's appetizer match for the main course that is Dolph Ziggler at SummerSlam. And Dean Ambrose gets the win with Dirty Deeds. 1, 2, 3. And after the match, Bray Wyatt just looks at Erick Rowan's sheep mask. And he feels disappointed. And he puts it down. And then he just leaves Erick Rowan on. He leaves it down on the rocking chair, and I didn't even realize. And then he walks away from Erick Rowan, teasing a possible Wyatt family breakup again, which I don't want to see because Erick Rowan without the Wyatt family is. Remember how the first time that went out? Yeah, it didn't turn out so great for Erick Rowan and the rest of the Wyatt family. Maybe for Bray Wyatt, it turned out pretty successful. And lastly, I want to talk about the two women's segments that happened on SmackDown. First one involving the Naomi and Eva Marie, where they were supposed to have a match. Naomi comes out with like full like glow ring attire now, and a remix to her amazing theme song, which I actually don't think is amazing, but the ring gear is pretty like horrible. And Eva Marie is supposed to come out from All Red, from Concord, California. Eva Marie has been delayed due to traffic. Literally when they announced, like, has been delayed due to traffic, I was literally laughing my ass off because, like, it's literally said, like, in the form of, like, when a movie gets delayed, like, when they're about to show the movie, it is, and they delay it. People are pissed. Like, people get pissed off. It was like epic heel work by the WWE and Eva Marie. It was so freaking amazing. And then later on, like when they have a tag team match between Alexa Bliss and Natalya and Becky Lynch and Carmella, which I didn't really care about. And then Eva Marie comes out all red, all everything, big breasts, big butt, and she comes out to show off everything. Literally. No, I'm just kidding. She got a ring attire on. Back from the traffic incident. Her movie announcer is there announcing her. But here comes Naomi storming at her, wanting some at Eva Marie, and she chases Eva Marie around the ring, and which distracts Natalya, allowing Becky Lynch to lock in the disarmer, make Natalya tap out, and the babyfaces get the victory. But this also leads to a what is a match at SummerSlam involving Becky Lynch, Naomi, and Carmella going up against Eva Marie. Hopefully she doesn't get delayed, but it would be funny if it did. Alexa Bliss and Natalya. Would I care? Nah. Maybe I'll talk about it more in my SummerSlam predictions. Overall, even though there's still a little bit of filler in... Oh shit. Overall, even though there's still a lot of filler, like, on SmackDown, it was still a bit productive. Like, a productive episode of SmackDown, like, heading to SummerSlam. Way more productive than what Raw was. Like, what is their writing staff doing? They didn't give SummerSlam matches away for free. They didn't give, like, super cool entrances away for free. Like, It's like SmackDown is really using their time, like with the 2 hours. Like they don't need 3 hours to make a good show. 2 hours is enough for them. Unlike Raw, where they need the extra hour because Vince McMahon is all cool and stuff. Yeah. And yeah, it's like I really like what the SmackDown writing team is doing. Like really being the underdog. It's like gradually, like taking themselves a step up over Raw. Like gradually, not like what Raw's been doing. Like using all their star power, and then later on, they're back to their old ways. So, anyway, overall, I really like this episode of SmackDown, like heading into SummerSlam, and I hope you guys enjoyed another SmackDown reaction by me. Drop a like on this video if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment down below for your SmackDown reactions, and join me Thursday for my SummerSlam 2016 predictions. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Follow me on all my social media links. They're in the description below. And always be delicious.